recording because I know you're talking about almond milk right now. Almond milk is beautiful. And I just want to say, it's a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. If you guys are here, you know what's going on. These wonderful heroes, Lorna, the elf, Tredicor and Cassandra, and Farleon. It's the final day of the tournament.
And it's going down.
Anything you guys are doing as you're rising on this beautiful, almost spring morning? Your birds chirping.
Getting pumped up. I don't know. I'm swinging in the rafters. I don't know.
Right. You're always in the rafters.
Yeah.
Well, the tournament proceeds with a rousing speech from the Elven King Ardon, the king of Ironhaven, who has been gone for some time on a long journey, gathering all these wonderful travelers to join the tournament. He speaks of your glory for making it to the finals and all those who have competed, the honor that they bring to their name and to our city and our union. It is good to have those of you from Farleon and those of you from Goldania of Yore, as well as Rasden, Lasponia, and seeing all your beautiful faces here. The history of Iron Union is a troubling one. The Errigoldian Empire once raged a blood war here for thousands of years, destroying the once great human civilizations that towered here. The Red Errigold Army destroyed the natural wood elven society of the Ellenwood, and rooting out the dwarves and giants, all manner of life, since the setting of the Dark Lord's reign. But we saw you and grew respect for you, and partnered with the dwarves and the fallen remnants of the Ellenwood and man to rebuild a city and a country of strange companionship. Together, we drew a line against Errigold and sealed our hatred in fire, and a prophecy of doom to this continent. Dwarves are great, noble beings of clay, and men and giants. In the elves, we are meant to live free together as brothers of the word. That is what this tournament is about, as my long trek around the outskirts of the Union, building and strengthening bonds and friendship. But fierce companionship here today. The day may come when we should need our brotherhood. So fight true. And there is much fanfare and music and drinking as the tournament proceeds. Anything in particular you guys would like to do during this great speech? I see you, Tredicor. Cheering away in the crowd. You guys are amazing. He points to you, Tredicor, finalist. Soon you will compete. Anyway, yeah. Essentially, there's definitely a lot of opportunities here for networking for you, Cassandra. There are magical duels which you're able to witness, which you might not otherwise have been able to. You could definitely meet the human prince who travels from afar, who you've heard of from your new dwarven friend. The Prince Darien, you see sitting not afar off in his blue steel armor. He's watching the magical tournaments as the kind of the mountainous regions appear within the combatants, shooting bolts of fire and lightning at each other. Would you like to approach this prince from Farleon that you see, Cassy? You're muted if you didn't know.
Definitely. I imagine Cassy has once again made sure that she is full regalia. People should not have to know that they should say Your Majesty when they see her. They shouldn't have to think about it. And she's gonna walk up to this prince, with no prior introduction, and just assume we're of equal rank here. Your Majesty, it is wonderful to see you out today. I have heard rumor that you hail from Farleong. Is this true?
Ah, of course. It is true. And he kind of turns around and looks at you for the first time and kind of is, you can see him thinking about who you are. He says, you are from Farleong, of course.
Yes, Princess Cassandra of Riversdale, at your service, my liege.
Oh, Miss Dale. I did not know there was such a lovely princess from our land. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And you as well. I look forward to hearing news of our homeland. And I think she'll just kind of sit down and just continue kind of chit-chat with him while the duel commences.
When last you stood foot in Farleong, my lady, for I have long been gone as well. Perhaps news you have for me.
I'm afraid I don't have much news, and most of it is old. I have not been to my homeland in many years at this point.
Yes, yes. 'Tis at least my.
What is such a distinguished prince such as yourself doing so far from home for so long that he does not have recent news?
Well, interesting story. What year is it again? He actually kind of looks around for a second. You know the year, right?
I'm gonna pretend I know that.
Actually roll for me because
Oh.
this is something you might not know.
That's
Being that you awoke from a crystal for an undiscernible amount of years. Although you did just witness the changing of the year.
Yeah, so you'd think I'd know. That's a 12. Do I know common knowledge?
Yeah, you know it.
Yes. Oh, it's this year.
1241.
1241.
Okay. It's like Darian says he's been gone about 10 years.
What? I'm afraid that uh, my I have been gone long enough to not know, have heard of your name, my liege. For what reason would a king's son be so far from home?
He definitely looks awkward. You'll have to make a persuasion check for
Oh gosh, darn it.
right now.
I'm human. Does that count for something? I'm a girl. Can I wile my way into this?
Yeah, yeah, you can have advantage.
You said that was
He thinks you're pretty.
Persuasion?
Yeah. Unless you want to,
Well, that's an 11. That was with advantage.
Oh, nice.
Dice jail for that one too.
You can kind of read the charisma that you kind of get, like a mediocre win from him, and he will kind of tell you he was banished by his older brother, but he'll return to Farleon one day, Darian says.
I deeply apologize, my liege, for bringing up such a topic. On this of auspicious of all days, we are to be rejoicing today.
Yes.
Though
Indeed.
I myself could not return home, so know that you are not alone in this.
Indeed. Why are you so far from home, good lady?
I understand that as a prince you might very well know the perception of magic in your own kingdom, my liege. I am here to train as a mage.
One not from. Okay. And you are who was your father? Your father was Leonard.
Yes, my liege. He was.
Oh, interesting. Well, we should be good allies in our journey ahead. But one
Two-
day, perhaps we both will return to Falion.
2 humans among the elf kind, both cast out from royal families. I believe so. You will have to dine with me this week.
You are strange. Strange woman. We will definitely go to a new scene here. That was beautiful, though. Good job. What is even supposed to happen? The finale, the final day of tournaments, Tredicor, Lorna. The archery tournament happens first, Lorna. Midday, high noon, as it were. Lorna, anything you'd like to do before your final tournament? Keep in mind, by the way, you've gone on your great adventures and received. You actually got into a little bit of debt. I'll just tell you, Lorna. You have your piece of commissioned equipment that you got. It's bigger than you thought. It's your like magical cloak. Anyway, anything you're gonna do out there, Lorna, as you have to go to the finale, the archery finale.
I'm in debt.
Oh yeah, no, not really.
Well, I guess maybe. I don't know. I'm ready.
Nice. All right. You know, it's a beautiful. You're on this grassy lawn, kind of in the outer part of the city wall there. And let me find your competitors. The crowd is kind of cheering for you, Lorna, though. You're gonna win for sure. I'm putting my money on you. You see, like Trident out there, as well as Terriant and other friendly faces. Greg, hey, you're doing okay. Tredicor, are you here? Cassandra, are you guys watching the archery? Are you guys betting? Anybody placing extra bets here for Lorna?
My gut is saying yeah.
Yeah. I trust my friend. She do good.
My test roll's a 16.
Well, now it's bad luck.
I'm not worried. I don't need luck. Skill. It's my
Alright,
archery skill.
7 gold.
Yeah, I'll throw 10 on there.
They're just like placing bets. They're like, yes, this is amazing. You're definitely gonna lose. Anyway, the king's right hand guard, Jilvin, one of heart, from Rasden, is the second finalist. It's just Lorna of Rasden, as well as Jilvin of Rasden. What an odd day here in Ironhaven. The 2 famous archers take their places at the line. There's only one target today. It's 140 feet away. The first arrows. Yeah, I think, yeah. If you're muted, but oh yeah, you're just being quiet. Okay, you're amazing. Lorna, what are you gonna do? Jillin looks at you. He's like, "You're the best elf win." He's got like black armor with gold plate.
I'm in the white dress.
You look elegant.
Poetic.
I'm just going to say, of course, when he says, may the best elf win, and then I'm just going to take aim. I'm ready.
People are like watching down from the castle walls and the top, like the walls around the city. Yeah, go ahead and roll your first arrow here. You guys are gonna shoot like
Aha! It's
arrows.
a 17.
Target. at least. Nice. You have a beautiful strike. It's not quite a bullseye. It's just nearby in the outer, almost the center ring, Jill Lynn takes a similar shot. You guys are tied. The wind sweeps up against the battlements here, and you guys kind of struggle to keep your footing, but nevertheless, take shots again. This time, Jill Lynn shoots first and takes a truly terrible shot. He misses the target.
Oh,
He actually hits the wall, the stone wall, and the arrow breaks. It's like quite bad. He says a curse. You getting a 10, don't do too hot, but I would say you perhaps hit the target. Outer ring, just barely clipped the edge of it. The judge, people go look, they're like, at the side or the front? Does it matter? Well, how many points is that? You get like the lowest amount of points possible. You hit the outer ring.
Yeah, but I got points.
You got a point. So you're technically winning now.
Yeah.
Third arrow. Your first this
16.
round. You essentially, on like the third ring out, the bullseye, and Jill Lynn goes up to take a shot. The fourth ring out, nearby yours. But worse. It is declared that Lorna, the winner
And
of the final round.
Bow.
Very clean winning in the first 3 arrows by a wide margin.
Hey,
The king says, "Great honor to you." What's that, Tredicor? What did you say, Tredicor?
I bet some money. I won some money.
Yeah. Yay, Lorna won. Also, we're rich.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. This is
My
delightful.
invisibility cloak deck
I
can
could
be
buy
paid
new
off.
armor. I could buy a new helmet. Well, anything else you want to do is you're boasting or just like basking rather in your just like surprisingly easy grand victory of the King's Championship, Lorna. The sun shines happily down on you as if spring were here.
I think I'll invite everybody to the pub to celebrate more later.
Amazing. Well,
All right, celebration.
it is a wondrous day. And before the pub, later in the evening, though, there's some more contests like horse racing and sword fighting you guys can attend, actually. And, Cassandra, you probably attempt to find some cool people to talk to. There's not too much that happens. Maybe in a minute you'll meet someone, though. Tredicor will have another final round of the unarmed brawls. Anything you're going to do as you get ready to go down there, as you guys are making your way. It's held down in that underground kind of glass area, again, below this bar. Pair in.
No, I just get pumped.
Get pumped, get pumped.
I get pumped.
The champion, Tredicor, takes his corner seat. They're slapping you with those towels. It's like, you got this, baby. Look at those muscles. In this corner, the magnificent monk from afar, from the peaks of the Forgotten Mountains. He made his home in the clouds and walked with massive goats who ate live chickens. Tredicor is a murderer, a true murderer in the ring. He will destroy you. In this corner, you have Errant the Grizzled, 13-foot tall, giant wild king of Goldania of yore. He walked across the shores of the bloody ocean, the blood of his enemies. And he barely fits inside of this glass dome right now. Are we really doing this? Are we? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. We're fighting. Ding, ding, ding. Civilized but powerful fighter. You guys need to make initiative. This giant is really in this glass dome, actually. And he really does kind of barely fit in there, Tredicor. He's like surrounding the area in this small thing. You guys are all struggling to see in the crowd. Oh, what's going on?
Rip and tear initiative. 14.
I was going to say, Errant has crazy initiative here with a nat 20, crushing you with his arms and feet from all sides, Tredicor. Try to dodge.
Okay. 19.
You can definitely dodge him if you want to describe how you're able to just like quickly jolt around him.
All right. Being the master in the step of the shadows and the step of the wind, as each blow goes down, I am sideswiping in and out, zigzag, almost like effortlessly. All you see is like a little flip of dust as each hit goes down. And there I am in the other side, almost like a magic. So just kind of like, here I am. Bye. And I'm doing this as I get closer and closer to him to make my first strike.
Awesome. Yeah, I imagine like the judges are around. They're like, oh, I can't. Oh, what is happening? Oh, Tridicor's unscathed. Oh my goodness, how is this happening? Roll another initiative, Tredicor. Ooh, he's got a really bad initiative this time, so I'm sure you're going to win. But go ahead and roll anyway.
11.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack as you've been describing here, and just go ahead and continue.
As I zigzag through this, and I see that he keeps on having like his vulnerable pauses before he tries to smite me down. I decide that I'm kind of liking the jaw again. You know, just kind of going right up there. I just want to do like a nice little kiss right on the chin. You know.
Nice. Smack him good. What did you roll?
Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, I rolled a 1.
His roll is decent. You know, you take a swipe. He easily kind of dodges, and you kind of almost glance the top of the ceiling of dome, I imagine. Perhaps, you know, you turn upside down, kick off it, jump back down onto the ground. As the dust settles, you guys face off again. Initiative.
Yeah. Hey, another 19.
This giant is still all around you. He has a powerful 17, but you overwhelm him and dodge everything he throws at you. Roll your attack and describe it.
All right. As I'm dodging this in this dome, I am seeing that first move didn't work quite so well. I am going to run against the wall and try to do a nice little roundabout and jump off and hit him right in the cheek right here. Just kind of like Superman style.
Yeah, he's trying to like swing past you, but you're just like coming closer to him and roll your attack. It's a pretty good dodge.
17.
Nice. You beat it just barely. He had a 15. You smack him good in the cheek. You hear perhaps like a shatter of his cheekbone, and he's kind of thrown back across. The judges are like, unbelievable, the first strike of an incredibly long bout. Tredicor 1-0. Errant facing off again. You have to roll another initiative, and I'm going to say he has another quite powerful one with a 19. What do you got?
I got a 5.
This giant throws something you were not expecting, and you did not even see this anywhere before. He kind of just like swoops low to the ground, almost consuming the entire floor with his body, as he's just too big for this small encampment. Anyway, this small chamber, as it were. He opens his mouth. You see his big giant teeth, mossy, as well as the arena you're in. And he exudes this stench, this green, almost smog from his breath, which smells, think Shrek. And it consumes the ground around you in like a mist. and it smells putrid. Tredicor, make kind of like a survival check almost, or something similar to that.
Let's see. Before I do that, I'll make that roll, but let's see. There's something I wanted to look at.
Okay. This just like disgusting smoke fills the area and kind of begins to climb up the walls around as the crowd's like, I can't see. The
Okay.
guards
I
come in a
rolled
small
a
door. Okay.
14.
You got a 14? I think I rolled really poorly on my actual hit here. So, and you rolled out pretty well. So, yeah, you're swirling around. I imagine, Tredicor, you're gonna pull some crap like, swirling the wind around, making a tunnel of air so that you can like stand to one side or whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna use my rope to my advantage. I don't know. It's nice and long. Like it's shashy, and so like I'm using that as like a way to like kind of make a wind tunnel, but also just kind of like around myself, almost like
Yeah,
a
that makes
cloth
sense.
mask, I guess.
Yeah.
And I use this to my advantage as well. Since his disgusting mouth is open, let's go punch that little dangly thing in the back of his throat.
Oh yeah, I love this. Make your attack, or like kind of initiative here as you're running, because he's
16.
definitely slow. Oh, he's got like a 13. You see his massive mouth as you run up his tongue, and just take a. What do you do with his tooth there?
Let's do like a punching bag, like a little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, go ahead and roll your, to hit, as it were. Ooh, I think you're gonna win. This is okay, but it's 14.
I rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14. Well, that is a draw right there. I imagine you actually get it, but he inside his mouth. He closes his mouth. The judges are like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" Go ahead and roll something for me, Tredicor. Roll to hit again here. He rolled a 4, so you have free reign in there, I feel. What are you doing?
So I rolled another 14. So as he closes his mouth, I'm still just like hanging out in there. Let's just like keep on hitting things inside his mouth. Like, let's go for the tonsils. Let's go for the tongue. I can tell he doesn't floss, so maybe I should hit his gums. So just like
Yeah, his mouth is definitely open. Yeah, you deal some damage, knocking his teeth around and his cheeks. Eventually, he spits you out. In fact, yeah, that's what happens. And eventually, after the craziness, after you clear the slime and the slobber from your body and your ears, you're able to hear. And the people are like, "Oh, we got to tend to. Don't start the round." It's declared you both received a hit. The round is now 2-1. Tridicor's up. This could be the final engagement. Go ahead and roll your initiative. Again, this giant just surrounding you. The brutal Goldanian king Errant the Grizzled.
I rolled a 16.
Not as big as that mad giant that you fought outside Rondell. It was like 15 feet, but this guy's like 13 feet tall. He's pretty big and just hairy and muscly. You roll a 13? I rolled a 13. What are you doing? You guys, Voldemort and Harry Potter right now. Go ahead and roll your attack in this unarmed brawl, this final round.
13.
Finale. Roll a 13. This giant, as you guys are just clashing against each other, like mano a mano with your hands, I imagine, I don't know. You guys are just like arm wrestling kind of. But Tredicor, you're just like using both hands. He overpowers you though. Kind of squishes you a bit. Deals some damage, you know, it hurts for sure. This isn't a magic fight. Ding, ding, ding. It's 2-2. Next hit wins. You guys have to re-engage. Roll your initiatives. People are like, Tredicor, you got this, man. I'm all in for you, man.
I rolled a 17 for initiative.
Ooh, you definitely win the initiative here. Go ahead and describe your attack and roll for it. And he's going to try to dodge.
I decided to kind of do some aerobatics, and I start doing like flips, like across the dome, just kind of like flip, flip, and I use it on my handsprings to jump and try to like, I don't know, I want to like use my palms of fury and hit him right in the face and try to push him down.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you did you roll?
Yeah. Well, I will.
You're
20.
flipping. The crowd is going crazy right now, like you've never heard anything before. Lorna, Cassandra, please just unmute your mic and tell me.
Yeah.
The flipping is insane. Well, I want to be like him. That's me right there.
Woo!
Sorry, Tredicor, you rolled a what?
A 20.
You definitely are succeeding. Like he rolled an 11 both times this fight, but you're just insane with a nat 20, coming down around on your, triple axle aerial, just like from the top of the ring. What are you doing? How do you do this?
As after my flips and I go and jump, I just give like my hand. Like I know it's not big enough to like really cover his face, but I'm just gonna go around his forehead. Maybe my thumb and my pinky go into his eye sockets, and I just kind of push him down.
This is unbelievable, Tredicor. Your final battle, should you choose to accept it, it was never a question. This human today has bested the giant king of Goldania and has become the champion of kings in the unarmed brawls. Tredicor, the mountaintop monk from Farleon, a true legend across the lands. This is insane. Just like quiet. The crowd is going crazy, and Tredicor, you're just in a zen place. You're definitely like, you actually hear Grandmaster Lorian kind of speaking to you like, Tredicor, you have done well here. You have become a man.
I have been.
You have become a grand master, I mean.
That's what I'm talking
about. Yeah. Yeah. And, you and Lorna both become the masters. And, the King Ardon, the elf, in the finale of the tournament, as, the jousting finale you guys can witness, and, the sword fighting and all that good stuff, the mage duels. All these victors rise and are honored before the king. He tells of your great story, how you have come here. You will definitely gain much notoriety and honor, and such things. Spring definitely comes, and you speak to the knights, especially Tredicor and Cassandra, for now that it is possible for us to journey beyond the wicked winter storms and these lovely tracks the giants have made, walking from Rondell and whatnot. Really doesn't hurt a journey, but it will be quite a quest. The commander who was once quite injured, Abraham, thanks you once again for all your help. All three of you, Cassandra, Lorna, Tredicor, you've done quite well. It is time to return to Farleon finally, in all your glory and honor, Tredicor. as well as you all. What would you say? Kor says, "It is good. It is good that we shall finally return. We have rescued so many from the clutches of Errigold, freed many men. And we shall all return. It is the largest company I have traveled home with. I think at least in many years, perhaps ever in my career. There's many paths we could take home. Would you say anything to the Knights of the Word as you contemplate your departure to return to Farleon from these elven lands, Cassandra and Tredicor and Lorna? You might be there, but want to say anything?
I imagine that before any decisions about leading to Farleon would be made, Cassandra is very intrigued by this Prince of Farleon. And ideally, she would have his support in going there.
Yeah, you could definitely hit him up real quick here while we're kind of just like doing the scene and see how it goes. What do you want to? You can find him, one day. How do you want to go about it?
Well, first, I would have definitely tried to do some delving to find out why it was that he was banished. Am I able to find that?
It's gonna. I'll just tell you, it's gonna be hard to find that information around. But go ahead and roll for me to see if you can. Investigation.
Maybe. 18. First good roll of the night.
All you really know that he mysteriously, I'll tell you, you learn basically as much as you think is possible to learn. You did a pretty good job. You ask everyone, and everyone tells you, like, honestly, feel. So, he appeared randomly several months ago in Iron Haven. And it's not really known. I mean, people around here don't really know that much about Farleon anyway, but it's not really known. It's known that he traveled with Lorna and a Furbolg and went into the Flaming Woods once. They actually rescued Tredicor, and Darian went on his own way, though. He is kind of vengeful and he's kind of angry. He's an angry guy. But he does plan to return to Farleon, and if you speak with him, he will tell you that he might be willing to return.
In that case, she will definitely want to try and convince him to come on this quest with them.
Yeah, go ahead and, what do you say? You can roll persuasion as well, but it might not be too hard.
That's a 19 on the die.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, I will go to Farleon with you and your companions. You look very well equipped. You travel with the Knights of the Word, who I have spoken to a bit. Is this not true?
Yes, we travel with the Knights of the Word, and I have much to proclaim. I do not know. Forgive a young lady for prying, but I do not know what you seek in our homeland. But I know that I at least have much vengeance to take.
Oh my. Well, I suppose you would, yes, say that I could seek vengeance for my brother, but I am eager as well to make better companions with the knights we travel with, for they are influential and powerful in Farleon, in the Pale Castle, where those of us of high noble blood, of the ancient lineage of the lions, and they say the Fae, the angels, or the Asimar. Sometimes, like my brother, they are born with magic and angelic wings. They rule as the High King, Farleon. I seek to dethrone my brother. I will tell you true.
Well, in that you have my great support. I care little for the kings of our homeland.
Then it is said. We are in agreement. You guys can talk, all together with the knights and Tredicor one day, I imagine. Lorna might be there if she wants. You guys have to make a plan for your quest home. Like Cor would probably come to you and say, normally I would take the old ways home, but I tell you, I've never traveled in such great number, and I don't know it will be a guarantee we will be able to pass this way, although it will be the easiest. I'm sorry to you, Tredicor and Cassandra, for it would be a magnificent journey. But we might have to take one of the more difficult paths. We should make a backup plan in any case. There are many ways. Do you have any ideas?
I have a simple yet important question. I believe the way that we get there and how sneaky we need to be much depends. Are we traveling as an army to conquer and overthrow, or are we traveling lighter with a large force? I understand, but to reconnaissance.
No. Cor will say no. Of course, my plan here, and with my battalion of knights. And good Sir Abraham, we commanded together now. We are going to send all these freedmen. There's like a host of kind of freedmen who were imprisoned in Ozar, like 50 men, I think, or like 100. There's so many men. It's a giant party, and you have lots of knights too. Like I think actually you have like quite a host of knights as well, like 30 knights, I don't know, silver-plated knights from Farleon, and normally we don't have so many freedmen, so we just need to make a backup plan. However, my main goal is just to return to Farleon in honor, and the king will reward us handsomely for rescuing these war prisoners, essentially. We return with honor to the Pale Castle, the capital of Farleon. Says Cor, and Abraham agrees, as well as most of the knights. Darian might look at you, Cassy, in a knowing way. Okay.
We'd have not the host required as of yet to take back my own home. But perhaps once we gain the pleasure of the Pale Castle, perhaps then we might have a host formidable enough to both take back my own home and possibly beyond.
And the world!
All right, then.
Redland Castle is on my freaking map right now.
Abraham might say, like, what exactly is your story, princess?
Well, I, like some humans in Farleon, was born with a gift for magic.
Are you truly not to be welcomed home?
By some, perhaps. By the court at large, I highly doubt it, especially as someone who now wears my spell casting on my sleeve. I doubt that as a whole my kingdom will welcome me back. When I last heard news, a very devious neighbor of ours seemed to be infiltrating our castle. If not infiltrating more in a political sense. I deeply suspect that they have some nefarious magic on their side. I seek to retake my home and cast out any of his supporters and appoint myself as leader there if I am able, and then flush them out of the land, ideally. And after that, I seek to find my father, who I do believe is still alive.
It should be your right as the princess. I think we could support you in this and return home, says Abraham, the redhead commander. Cor nods, as do most of the knights, and we all are in agreement. Could return. Cor says, in any case, We need a backup strategy. We could travel in a boat, but it's pricey across the poison lake and dangerous. The forget-me-nots are perhaps worse, and travel can take much time. Journeying past the giants and the dragons to the coasts to the east be, I think, even worse. We do have quite a lot of gold, so perhaps we could ferry across the Great Lake. Any ideas? Lorna, would you like to be present? Does anyone have any ideas?
Well,
If you want, Lorna, you can be at the meeting. If not, that's cool too. Tredicor, sorry, were you going to say something?
So, if we go past Ironhaven and go through Rondell, and even what is it, Lonrail? I feel like the coast might be good, but also we have had bad troubles on the Poison Lake before.
Yes, well, the eastern coast of the lake is the Forest of Forget-Me-Nots. We could travel there. We could go along the coast, as you say, but the forest has ways tricking your mind. You may get lost from the coast in any case.
I still think we should go through the Forest of Forget-Me-Nots.
This is possible. Commander Abraham says, yes, I think it might be the way. Risking the poison lake is quite dangerous, and the cost is high. Core will say, though, do we have the time to waste in the forest? Might get lost, old man. Cassandra, anything from you? Also, roll a history check for me, Cassie. Something like that.
It's bad, but I will find.
Then just stay
9.
immersed. I mean, you traveled through the forest before, Cassie. That's all I'll say. Any other ideas? Any plan? Or should we vote on it? Forest or the lake?
I feel no need to vote. Tredicor's plan is sound through the Forest of Forget-Me-Nots.
Very good. And that is the way we shall go. If we need, I might have a simpler path we could take through the mountains. We shall see if the mountains allow it. And Core gives you all a mysterious look. But you guys depart. And Lorna, are you going to accompany our travelers who are headed towards Barleon for a time? Are you going to perhaps hire some people to also accompany you and see them off? Or what's the plan here? Lorna, what are you doing with your life?
Wow.
Rough question.
I know, I feel like I'm being interrogated and like I'm a champion and I don't need this right now. Like I can choose for myself.
I mean, you don't have to tell me if you're crossing the border, but are you accompanying them halfway?
No, I'm staying. No, I'm gonna see them off at the city gates because I want to wait for my cape to be done.
Oh, your cape's done, actually. I was trying to tell you that.
Oh. Well, I want to look for Richard, and I feel like he's going to be in town. So I need to see if I can find his trail.
This is like technically after your solo adventure you didn't play. I should have told you. You would have seen Richard. So you could actually maybe have Richard accompany you halfway with them if you want.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right. You can have Richard come. If you want, you can have actually a guard come with you too, a king's guard who you've made a friend with. You guys all accompany them with the knights, and it's pretty cool. And yeah, you guys journey together. What would you band of adventurers say as you guys go amongst yourselves?
Yeah.
Lorna, are you not accompanying us?
Just part of the way for now. I have some personal business to take care of.
Understandable, and I will not pry. I hope that you can meet us at some point, perhaps at the Pale Castle or even at my own home. I hope to spend more time with you. You've become a good friend.
Yes, I would like that as well. I hope we can stay in touch through writing in the interim.
Of course. Though any crow that can find you in your many hideaways is indeed a good messenger bird.
Yeah, I mean, you guys journey on past towards Lonrel, and if you'd like, and the time has come to enter the mountains. Perhaps Lorna will turn around now. Would you guys like to continue your role playing? Tis perhaps the parting of roads.
The crossroads.
Cassandra's gonna try and give Lorna a hug.
Okay. I will go in for the hug, and then I like secretly put this inside her cloak.
Aww.
Oh,
Do I have to roll stealth, or does she just not notice?
she doesn't notice.
Yeah, that's on
Excellent.
character.
There's no chance. So yeah, Lorna has, through the years, provided many health potions to her companions. Not all of them were acquired legally.
I feel outed.
In many senses of the word.
I like that we're just acquired.
I will miss you dearly, Lorna. I hope that our paths cross again soon.
I will miss you as well.
It's been an honor to have met you. It's Joseph. Aye, right, says Abraham. Best elf I've ever known, I'd say. Especially with a bow.
Thank you. It's a true compliment coming from you.
Tredicor, what would you say to Lorna?
Oh, I already said goodbye. I'm like, peace out. No. Safe travels, Lorna. I sense that this will not be our last time seeing each other. I will see you soon.
Yes, I will see you soon as well. And there will always be a room for you at the inn in Ironhaven. Totally not something I can promise, but I am.
All right. Well, remember who you are and what you stand for. Don't do anything I would do. Drink plenty of water.
It lives in the rafters anyway, but also you're friends with the Northwood Inn owners, so those rafters are definitely empty. But yeah, I mean, geez, that was epic. I feel like, to be honest, this is the conclusion here of part 2 of this epic campaign, which is essentially the second campaign we've played together. You could look at it that way. So we've been together a long time. Good job, you guys. Definitely have more adventures together in the future. And after this, well, I'll just break it down. There's a epic one shot for Lorna to play in Ironhaven. There's an epic one shot for Tredicor. There's actually an epic campaign for Cassandra in Farleon. You guys are going to return to Farleon and then, do your epic stuff in Farleon is the goal. And then, Elizabeth might play other characters or play Lorna as well in the future because she's a powerful NPC essentially now. Tredicor has many opportunities as well. Lorna has opportunities to play as well, not just an NPC. But yeah, thanks for playing so many epic games. You guys are amazing. Probably deserve to level up more than you have. You guys are at level 4 or whatever. This is the Slummoon campaign. Cassandra, what are you at, level 2?
I have no idea, actually.
2, I think.
Yeah, I'm level
Just
2.
there. You should be probably level 3 soon. Tredicor 2, because you're a champion. I mean, really, Lorna 2 would level up maybe soon to level 5, which is insane. Like level 4 and 5 characters in this world are very powerful for mortal elves and men. Well, I guess elves aren't really mortal. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Hope you have a wonderful night. It is a beautiful night. You guys are beautiful.
Aw, don't make me blush.
Aw.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
So if this is the end, sorry.
Definitely play more. Got
If
another
it-
campaign, but this is the end of the campaign. Like this part 2.
If this is the end of campaign 2, are we returning like on the 25th to play again, or are you taking a break to do plot stuff and like taking a break and we'll maybe come back for a third part, or are we just continuing?
Let's talk about that maybe after the recording. We'll plan that. And yeah, any of those last thoughts real quick about the campaign, and we'll sum up this recording, and then we'll plan that.
No, the tournament was tip top. But
Thanks, mate.
Dressed.
Yeah, you guys have epic quests. I mean, epic storylines. I'll just say, Tredicor, you're going to return to Parleon. You can certainly soon after, perhaps a long travel, that you'll return to Parleon and be honored by the king, become a war monk. These are the promises of the Knights of the Word. And you will certainly be, like a grand monk of Farleon as well, almost perhaps as high ranked as the Grandmaster Lauren in your time. You shall certainly, great things to aspire to.
Come on, way.
Basically that. So yeah. Well, any other last thoughts about the whole entire campaign? Anybody, Laura, Cassy? No, we're all good. Thanks so much for being a part of it. You guys are awesome. And yeah, I mean, if you made it this far, you have to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow Kyle on SoundCloud. He's making great music. We got a medieval band over here called Your. We're just like doing stuff. Audrey, wow, Cassandra, what an actor. You are a dungeon master as well. Link in the thing. You know what to do, you guys. You're crazy. Give us a smile. Give us a wave. We all love you.
Oh, yeah.